Anyway, I find my way back to the hotel. I come into the foyer, and then in the bar, I see there's a bit of a crowd. Something's going on. So I go in, and I got hold of my security guy, Jim Callahan. I said, what's happening here? He said, well, Moon's had a bet. Moon said he's going to drink 18 margaritas, right? So I said, what? He said he's going to drink 18 margaritas. He's had a bet. So I said, okay, well, when he's drunk and when he collapses, take him upstairs, put him in bed. And I went off. And I did my rounds of the hotel, saw several people. And I went upstairs and we were all on this floor, and I went into, as I'm going past John Entwistle's suite, the door was open, so I went in and John was in there and he's just getting ready to have a meal. And there's a waiter there, and John would always order the most expensive bottle of wine on the menu. And the guy has obviously decanted this wine, and he's poured a little drop into a glass. And he's laying out the food and stuff, you know, so I'm just talking to John, making sure everything's fine. Suddenly, the door crashes open, and in comes Moon with the 18 margaritas inside him. And he's completely fucking gone. And he came up to the table and he said, John, and he lifted up the silver cover from John's food, and John's got like a filet steak there. He took a great big bite out of it. It's just like in a movie. He took a big bite out of it and put it back on the plate, and you got the shape of the bite out of the filet. Then he's taken a pot of mustard, scooped out a load of mustard on his finger, and he's eaten that. He's got the glass of wine that John had either just tasted or was about to taste. Shook some pepper in it, drunk that. The waiter's standing there, he can't believe it, the waiter. This guy, this madman's come in, shakes some pepper into it, drinks it, turned around, and he walked up to the wall and pissed up the wall, got his cock out, pissed up the wall, and collapsed on the carpet. So Entwistle's looking at him, and Entwistle had, I'll never forget this, the image of Entwistle. He had this napkin tucked in his shirt, and he hasn't moved. Entwistle hasn't moved. And he's watched all this happening, and then he's watched Moon collapse. So he's walked over to Moon. Moon's lying on the carpet, and he's got this big key that you get in these hotels with the number, you know, the big lump of metal or whatever it is on it. He's taken Moon's key, he's gone across to Moon's suite, he's in there about 20 minutes. He's smashed everything in the suite. He smashed everything, the television, everything to pieces. Came back, grabbed Moon, dragged Moon over, dragged him into the room, threw the key in behind him and closed the door. So I thought this was classic stuff. So around about 5 a.m., I get a call from Jim Callahan, security guy. He said, Moon's woken up and he thinks he's devastated his suite. What shall I do? So I said, well, he said he's in a bad way. I said, well, take him out to the airport, go to the Red Cross, tell him he's not feeling well, see if he can get some sleep there. We'll come out later in the day, we'll get on our plane and we go wherever we were playing the next day. So he did that. He took him out to the airport, and Moon was sleeping in the Red Cross. I paid the bill, and Moon, to the day he died, thought he was the one who did all the damage, you know, and it was on his bill and he paid it. But that was typical of Entwistle, you know. Entwistle never moved a muscle, never even reacted. And Moon was classic stuff, you know.